Is shit gonna hit the fan? I think shit's gonna hit the fan. Hello everyone, it's Tyrant, and welcome back to yet another What If video. Now, turning people into Saiyans is not a new idea when it comes to What If videos. I mean, just look it up on YouTube and you can come up with hundreds, maybe even thousands of results. But that's no reason not to explore the idea. And that's essentially what I'm doing here. Seeing what would happen when we take Naruto and turn him into a Saiyan. Or more accurately, make him born a Saiyan and just throw him into the world of Naruto. Now, we may not be that far along in the story, but I can tell you that making Naruto a Saiyan is actually a lot more horrifying than I actually thought. And that's not accounting for the healing factor of being a Jinchuriki on top of his Saiyan blood, which allows him to get Zenkai boost from coming back from the most grievous of injuries. I mean, all Naruto really needs is immortality, and he can pretty much be nigh unstoppable. Thankfully though, there's a number of factors going on to keep the story in check to prevent that from happening. The first thing is that Naruto actually didn't get that many Zenkai boosts growing up. Any ones that he did would have likely been from battling Sasuke in the academy, and even then, they were never allowed to get that dangerous. Secondly, because Naruto was nurtured and raised by two good-hearted people, that being Minato and Kushina, he doesn't quite have the same malicious intentions as most Saiyans tend to have. He doesn't bear any ill will to anyone, and even then, it's nothing that he would really kill anyone over, not usually at least. And third, there's Zai, the god of destruction. If anything really bad were to happen that was directly caused by Naruto, there's nothing really stopping him from hunting down Naruto and just Hakkaiing him to the face. I guess one fourth thing you could add is that Naruto hasn't even left the village yet. There's nothing he has encountered that would have given him a meaningful power increase. Save for maybe a few sparring matches with Sasuke and maybe a few other classmates. But that could all change today. We are about to begin the Land of Waves arc, and we all know what happens there. Could the assassins of the Land of Mist possibly do Naruto in? Well, why don't we find out together? This is part 3 of What If Naruto Was a Saiyan. Despite a few comical mishaps due to Naruto's greater speed and perception as a Saiyan, much of the side missions that Team 7 goes on before they go to the Land of Waves is left relatively unchanged. Though Naruto is a bit disappointed that his potential as a ninja is kind of squandered. He wants to really test himself. He wants to go on an adventure. And instead of being whiny and pouty, he's more polite about asking for a more difficult mission. After all, his dad is the 4th Hokage. So, the whole going on a sea mission matter is done in a much more mature way, but it's still not necessarily professional either. Minato is of course reluctant to grant such a request, but after Naruto asks about 1 or 2 more times, he relents and allows Team 7 to go on a C rank mission to try to satiate Naruto's taste for adventure. At least for a little while. Team 7's introduction to Tazuna is fairly similar to it is in the original canon, though Tazuna is putting in some more jabs at Naruto for just having a tail. He is the strangest out of all the Genin there. Things go along just fine for Team 7 for a while, though when Naruto hears that they are more than likely not to get into any fights. He is sort of disappointed, but at the same time, he's out of the village. He's on an adventure. He's having somewhat of a good time. He's just going to take what he can and just enjoy the ride while he can. As Team 7 continues to travel with Tazuna, they are of course attacked by the Demon Brothers like in the original canon. And, just like then, they do seemingly take out Kakashi, even though we all know he saved himself with a substitution. And then, they turn their attention to Naruto, who Sasuke does rescue in the original canon, but instead of just freezing up, Naruto takes the time to capitalize on them being pinned to a tree, and proceeds to wail on the ninja to the right, while Sasuke takes on the ninja to the left. Sakura, on the other hand, like in the original canon, stands her ground and puts herself between Tazuna in the ensuing fight. Now, Sasuke and Naruto do make a pretty good team and manage to give these two assassins a good run for their money. But still, it is Kakashi who manages to step in, rescue them, and capture these two assassins. Does Naruto still stab his hand to remove the poison from his body? Well, yes, but for a different reason. There's no oath to take because he wasn't scared. He's just doing it to remove the poison from his body. And he does it in a more nonchalant manner, which has Sakura in complete shock. She rushes over to see if he's okay, and much to her surprise, the wound is already starting to heal at a very alarming rate, which has her deeply confused and concerned. She wants to ask what's going on, but doesn't know how, so she decides to keep what she saw to herself and just wrap up the closing wound. Fast forward to the Zabuza encounter. Things are going around fairly similar to it does in the anime, only with Naruto eagerly wanting to fight Zabuza. He looks really strong, and Naruto is just twitching with anticipation and excitement, just hoping he can get a turn to take this man on. Kakashi does try to take on Zabuza as he did in the original canon, and of course, he gets captured by the Water Prison Jutsu, allowing Zabuza to summon water clones to take on the Genin. The water clone targets Naruto first, coming at him with his sword, and Naruto dodges, using his extreme speed to get the drop on the water clone and causes it to dissipate with his counterattack. Naruto simply looks over to Zabuza with a smug grin. "You look very strong. Why don't you come at me yourself?" Zabuza gives a light chuckle. He admits that he underestimated Naruto's ability, but that's a mistake he won't make again, as he makes a second water clone to combat the Genin. The rest of this battle happens as it does in the anime. Let's jump ahead again, this time to the tree climbing exercise. Naruto doesn't see much point in doing this, seeing as he can already fly. But on the other hand, Kakashi does make a very good point. This is mostly just to help them with chakra control. So Naruto goes along with it, and for the most part he's doing better, but he still is going to have to ask help from Sakura to better understand it. Sakura agrees to help Naruto, but on one condition. She wants Naruto to teach her how to fly. Naruto agrees, even though he has no idea of how he's going to do that. He'll figure that part out later. For now, hey, free lessons from Sakura. And Sakura is, of course, giddy with glee to teach her crush how to do something that she is doing with relative ease. Days pass, and Naruto is doing better than Sasuke with their training. So, like in the original canon, Sasuke decides to swallow his pride and asks Naruto what he asked Sakura when he asked for advice. And, like before, Naruto refuses. But, unlike the original canon, Sasuke doesn't take kindly to this, and demands Naruto that he tells him. And when he refuses again, the two of them begin to fight. And it's going down like their usual sparring match, only Sasuke is being more aggressive, and even is breaking out the fire jutsu. In fact, when he pulls out a fireball jutsu, Naruto doesn't quite have time to react properly, and extends his hand. Thinking he could block it, which under normal circumstances won't work, and something fires out of his hand, dispelling the fireball jutsu, cutting right through it, and striking Sasuke. What Naruto just fired was his first ki blast. So after getting his ass handed to him by Naruto again, Sasuke storms off to Tasuna's house in a huff, and Naruto joins him shortly after, where they have dinner with Tasuna's family. And like in the original canon, the two of them are essentially in an eat-off, but unlike the original canon, Naruto's able to hold down his food because he has a larger appetite than Sasuke. Again, because he's a Saiyan. Days continue to pass. Naruto is now training day in and day out, all through the night, and is not even stopping at Tasuna's place to sleep. Sakura is of course concerned, but on the other hand, this isn't unlike Naruto. He's done stuff like this before. Still though, she is still worried for his health and well-being. Sasuke is pretty much chiming in and saying he's probably out there dead, and Sakura's not really taking kindly to that. And Kakashi's just reassuring everyone that he's an accomplished ninja, he should be perfectly fine. Would Naruto get a Zenkai from training that hard? Maybe. I mean, we've seen stuff like that before in Dragon Ball Z. So, and I would also imagine that training day in and day out like that would be pretty draining. Naruto's outburst to Inari is also very different, in the manner that he doesn't explode at him and yell at him at all. Instead, he has a clever quip for Inari when he says that the strong always win and the weak always lose. He tells Inari that, well, it's a good thing I'm strong then. And he goes upstairs to sleep. Inari is pretty much just left speechless. He has no idea how to respond to that, and just heads off to the pier to be alone. One last skip to Naruto's arrival to the bridge. Now, Naruto actually flies his way to the bridge to essentially fight against Haku and Zabuza, and the moment he sees Haku emerge from his crystal ice mirrors, he strikes him down with a ki blast to stun him, and strikes him down with a few more to force him out of the mirror, and then proceeds to keep firing until Haku's body stops moving. With Haku now dead, the crystal ice mirror dome collapses and Sasuke is now free, meaning that Kakashi can now fight Zabuza uninterrupted, which goes about the same way as it does in the original canon. Only difference is that when he uses Lightning Blade on Zabuza, there's no one to really get in the way, so he's able to strike him down and kill him. But what about Gato and his thugs? What happens when they show up? Well, Naruto still has plenty of energy to spare, so he summons a bunch of shadow clones, like enough to form a whole army, rushes Gato's group, takes each and every one of them down, apprehends Gato, and essentially allowing Tazuna and his people to finish the bridge and be rid of Gato's tyranny. So, just like in my What If Sasuke Died What If, Naruto is a hero for essentially single-handedly taking down Gato and his group. But the only real difference is that now he could take credit for it. Needless to say, while Team 7 is on their way home, Sakura does ask Naruto out on a date. But since Naruto doesn't really know what that is, he doesn't know how to respond to that. So Sakura tries to phrase it in a way that he can understand. Maybe just have some lunch once they get home? Maybe that'll help him understand? Naruto, of course, agrees. And that's where I'm going to be ending things for now. Look, I know that this video seems a bit haphazard, but that's because I've been working days on this one. So, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Because next time, we're covering the Chunin exams, or at least half of it. And it is going to be a long one. And I mean long. But as you can see, things have taken quite an interesting turn. We did not actually see Naruto use the Nine Tails power all that much. In fact, I don't think we saw it at all, because he never went into the Crystal Ice Mirror Dome. He just kind of shot down Haku when he got the chance. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more. I'll see you all next time.